This is William K. Murtaugh, Mert Witness 1, and welcome to the Monday Mowathon or Grabathon. Now, if I sound a little different this morning, it's because I have a cold. And it's something like strep throat, where for some reason my pitch is way off, so this is going to sound pretty bad. It actually sounds worse than it really is. I almost didn't make the video, but I figured, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. Anyway, we have another day where Field McConnell is under house arrest. One day closer to May, when the first in a series of procedures are going to start on the trial of Field McConnell. We've got Cynthia Abzug we're waiting to find out information on. And now we have this Neely Blanchard that we're keeping an eye on. And it will be May before we hear anything about that one. Unless somebody bails her out, which I don't know has happened yet. But today we had a rather interesting thing. Now, Tim Holseth has been going wild on his Facebook page and on his little blog, posting about me and Mr. Sawyer and other people, with this weird conspiracy theory thing he's got going. And he's even gone after Alex Jones, which, it's funny, I actually agree with him. I mean, Alex Jones is a fraud. And I kind of like the fact that Tim Holmseth is biting the hand that fed him, because it was InfoWars and the connections out there to InfoWars that kind of helped Tim Holmseth along. And now all of a sudden, Tim Holmseth has turned on these people. But then to top it all off, Tim Holmseth puts on his Facebook and then on his little blog a video of some people in hazmat suits getting into an argument in a hallway with somebody, apparently the person holding the camera, or the smartphone in this case. And Tim Holmseth, their headline is something along that it's fake men in hazmat suit with death hoax or something like that. But Tim Holmseth is implying that these fake people wearing hazmat suits are going around declaring people dead that are still alive. Now, on the surface, you got the video there showing the people having an argument, and it's clear that they're saying that the guy is dead, that's the lady is saying is still alive. This goes on for about a minute and a half. We never get any resolution to the video. We just get this argument. And on the surface, you think, we got something nefarious going on here. But this is what we don't have. This is where an important word, context, comes into play. And so you have to ask, first of all, where did this video come from? Who made the video? Where did this take place? What country? What city? Was this a hospital ward? Was it an apartment? It's obvious that it was probably an apartment because there's people poking their heads through the door. And who are the people in the hazmat suits saying they are? Are they from a health department? Are they from the federal government, state government, city government? If this is the United States, how did these people identify themselves as to who they are? Now, they had some documents in their hand, so obviously they had reference material of some kind. But Tim doesn't explain any of this. He just makes this short little video, says nothing about it, and basically plants the idea in your head that there's some nefarious plot going on here. Now, personally, I would like to know the circumstances of this video. I would like to know what happened. Why were these men there? Who were they? What is the exact circumstances behind this confrontation? What was the resolution to the confrontation? And where the hell did this take place? This is where Tim Homseth fails as a journalist. He does this all the time. He'll plan a story out there, but he doesn't source his material. He doesn't go in depth in his reporting. He's very sloppy about the way he does his stories. And you're basically left to draw your own conclusions. And that's a bad way of reporting, because you're not reporting facts, you're reporting rumors. Now, any professional journalist who knew what the hell they were doing would track down the source of that video, and they would get the complete, accurate story behind it. The facts, details, who was it that was presumed dead, so on and so forth. Timmy didn't do any of that. He just throws up a headline, throws up this video, plays a bunch of copyrighted music, and that's the end of the story. And it's people just accept it because he's preaching to the choir. He's preaching to people that believe in conspiracy theories and don't question anything that Tim Homseth says. They just take it at face value. Now, ordinarily, this wouldn't be any big deal. Tim Homseth has been doing this for years, but we are in the middle of a deadly pandemic. You know, this coronavirus is nothing to be fooling around with. It's nothing to be trivializing yet. But that's what these people are doing. They're trivializing this pandemic. And they're giving out dangerously false information which can get people killed. You know, they can ignore advice, go wandering around instead of staying at home and catch this disease and die. There are people of all ages, from infants right on up to senior citizens, that are dying from this thing. I mean, some people are coming through it for whatever reason, but people are dying. And if you don't die, you're certainly going to suffer. This isn't a very pleasant thing to experience. People that have experienced this virus, it's a miserable experience. So it'd be kind of nice to get rid of it. I don't like the flu, let alone whatever this thing is. Yeah, and then you got idiots like Tim Homseth out there spreading this crap. So what I'm able to, I'm going to try and find out where the hell this video came from. You know, I spent about a half hour trying to track it down, and with no success. Because Tim Homseth is very careful about concealing the video. But it's out there. You just got to figure out where. It's going to be on one of these conspiracy theory blogs. It's going to be backtrackable. It'll be found. And they won't know for sure what's going on with this video. And we'll get the complete story of what this video is about from the source, and not from Tim Homseth. And I'll just be curious to see how the two stories match up, because I have a strong feeling that it's not what Tim Homeseth says it is. It's probably a couple of health department officials that got their information screwed up. And they made an honest mistake. And somehow the video got out. And someone decided to make a conspiracy theory out of it. And Tim got his hands on it. It's like the vegetable baby. You know, Tim did that. He made a big thing out of the baby in the platter, and it turned out it's some Russian woman that likes to make satirical pictures. He's actually written a book. Timothy kind of ran away from that. He never did explain that one. You know, why he made that hoax up. But it's stunts like that Homeseth has done that makes people question the validity of something like this video. Ordinarily, if somebody else had put this out, it probably would have gotten traction. But because it's Timothy Homeseth putting it out, people are going to question it, and question it hard, as they should. Because something doesn't smell right with this video. This video hasn't been widely distributed. I haven't, you know, that's why it's so difficult to find it. Because it's not out there. You know, and Tim Homeseth is not that important to have sole custody of this video. He got it from somewhere. It's just a matter of time to figure out where he got it. And of course, by the time I track this video down, people will have forgotten about it. And they'll say, oh, they'll be all convinced that Tim Homeseth is this, that, and the other thing, and he will have gotten away with it again. But that's Timmy. He's the most creative liar I have ever seen. You know, and material like this is why. You know, he finds this stuff, misrepresents it. It takes a week or so to find out the true origins and the truth behind whatever it is he's presented. And by that time, people have moved on to something else. That's how he operates. The guy cannot tell the truth. There's enough true stuff out there that Tim Homeseth could make a name for himself. But he won't do it. He's got to lie about everything. You know, it's his mantra. You know, he finds joy in lying, no matter how dangerous his lies are. You know, he puts lives at risk, people's safety and security at risk with his lies. But he doesn't care. And then he claims that he's the victim, that people are out to get him, that people are this or people are that. And all people are trying to do is get to the truth. And Tim Homeseth has no concept of the truth. And so he makes crap like this up, or misrepresents, in the case of this video, things, because we still don't know the true circumstances behind the video. And until we can confirm or debunk what is in that video, you have to question it. You know, people have to start asking Tim, where did you get this material? Where is the original source? And to be specific and to provide links. Because it is more than likely this is copyrighted material. And he's putting copyrighted material on YouTube, which is a violation of their policy. So if it turns out that this is a copyrighted story, the copyright holder's going to find out about it, and they're going to strike the video. So, Tim Homeseth better be clear on what happened here. He better be able to back this up. He better be able to come up with names, places, dates, and so on and so forth. Or he's going to be shown once again to be a pathological liar, which we already know he is. So we'll see. I'll keep digging, I'll keep looking, I'll find out where the hell that video came from. And I'll do a follow-up. If it's a true event, if it happened the way Tim Homeseth said it happens, I'll report it. But if it's something different, if he misinterpreted or falsified the video, I'm going to report that too. So, the challenge is out there to Tim Homeseth. or anybody that knows where that video came from. Source the video. Show where it came from. Link the original. I dare Tim Holmseth to do that. He won't. He's ignored my challenges before. I have challenged Tim Holmseth constantly on things to put up proof, verification, and he refuses to do it. He just ignores it. Or else he'll put up the fake chats or the telephone calls that the pedophile made to me. Because Tim Holmseth is scared. He's scared of the truth. But sooner or later, people are going to say, hey, Jimmy boy, you know, you put this stuff out there as the truth, and you're misrepresenting things. You're creating a liability for yourself. Because if Tim Holmseth puts out something or gets involved in something that gets people sick or killed, he can be criminally prosecuted. Not just sued, but prosecuted. You know, that's a problem Fox News may be facing right now. You know, there's stories about that. I don't know how true it is, but that's a possibility. So, you know, things are going on around this coronavirus. There's a lot of fake stuff going on around this coronavirus. And eventually the government's going to get fed up with it and people are going to start getting arrested. Because you're putting people's lives at risk when you put this kind of phony information out there. You know, people are going to die if there is an inappropriate result from absorbing this information. It's not just like, you know, going on some of these satire pages, you know, realizing that it's fake. You're pointing something out as true that may not be true. And under the right circumstances, people could get into serious situations because of it. Because if there is a legitimate health official that shows up for whatever reason, and they see this video and say, well, I'm not letting this guy in. He's a fake. There's no telling what this guy's doing. And then it creates a problem. And if it gets traced back to this doubt being generated by Tim Holmseth or Randy Erickson, they're liable. You know, it creates a liability. So, we will find out. I'm going to keep after this video. I'm determined to find out where it came from. Anyway, I want to wish you all a good Monday, a safe Monday. I hope you do not get this virus. Stay safe, stay distant. You know, follow the instructions of the officials wherever you live. You know, if they tell you to stay put, stay put. Stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands, and do all the stuff you're supposed to do, and be safe. So until the next time, this is William K. Murtaugh, Murtaugh this one. Have a good one.